Council President Ian Kane to get an update on the February 5th City Council meeting. How are you today, Ian?
Doing well, Joe. Nice to see you.
Yeah, appreciate these updates. These are great. And only two items, but two big items on the agenda, really.
Yeah, essentially these are the two items on the agenda were projects that had been approved, over many years. We're talking the first tolling agreement that the city entered to replace Stewart as the property developer of the Quincy Hospital. That was in 2016. That was the end of 2016. So that was one. So there was a change to the land disposition agreement that was connected to the Quincy Hospital property down in the Ross parking way lot that they are developing. And that was the second item. The first item was an update on the public safety headquarters that's currently under construction over on Southern Artery and C Street.
Yes, what is the update? Where's the project stand and where's it going?
Yeah, sounds like it's on track. Sounds like minimal issues around it. It's a 120,000 square foot building, 4 floors on a 10-acre parcel, and it will house the DPW, the fire and police. So it will be a full encompassing public safety headquarters. But the designs, you can see if you drive by, obviously the steel's up, and there's certain updates that they provided about things that have gone completed already. So underground utilities have been completed. The new municipal fueling station has been completed, and the decommissioning of the current fuel station has happened as well. It sounds like the project is on target to be ultimately completed sometime in 2025. So there's talk of weatherproofing, which will be scheduled to completion by March of 2025, and then sometime in the middle, I think, to early fall of 2025, the building will be ready for occupancy. It looks this, from what we approved and from what they've discussed, this is a state-of-the-art building. It's a beautiful structure from the renderings. That property, that corner of C Street and Southern Avenue is going to be, I think, dramatically improved. There's some, a lot of green space. There's sort of like a buffer on C Street. And then the building itself is set back a little bit further, sort of in the middle of where C Street and Broad Street are, but looks good, on track.
Is the plan still to take down the old station once the new one's completed?
Yes, I think that they had discussed looking at repurposing it somehow, but it sounds like it's not worth it.
Yeah. And then the intersection there between C Street, Southern Artery, and Broad Street, is the redesign part of this project, or is that separate?
That is a separate, it's a good question. It's a separate project. So Chris Walker from the mayor's office mentioned something about that last night as being a separate project that I think, TPAL and that group have just started to really evaluate.
Sure. And is there going to be a name for the news complex, Ian, or is it just, police
Good
headquarters?
question. That didn't even come up last night.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm sure there will. I'm sure there will be for it, but I haven't heard any rumblings.
Okay, yeah, you know how we love to name things here in Quincy. So
We do. Yeah, we do.
I know the mayor has talked about a park in tribute to first responders and where the current station is, essentially.
Sure. Yeah, that must be that green space that we've got in the rendering here. So yeah, no, I'm sure there will be considerations for that, but just haven't heard anything yet.
Okay, all right. And then the land disposition agreement, right, for the old Ross Garage site.
Yes, so it was just I guess a modification of the existing agreement, which was signed in 2019. So it was just to modify the size of the medical office building to be not less than 100,000 square feet. And then the mayor, this order authorizes the mayor to enter into any and all modifications of the LDA as necessary for the adjustment of the size of the medical office building. So as you know, Fox Rock has signed an agreement with Beth Israel Deaconess Hospital to have a ambulatory care facility constructed there. And so I don't know what the timeline is for that, but this is just sort of part of the administrative clearing to get things moving.
Okay, and how was it voted on?
It was voted on favorably. It passed.
Okay, very good. And that was pretty much it, right?
That was pretty much it. There were a couple of traffics passed that were introduced out of the ordinance committee by Councilor Lang, but that was about it.
The Ross Garage development site, does that also include a retail component and a parking garage facility?
It does. It does. Yeah, there's a parking garage and retail. I think they're talking about I don't have all the specifics in front of me. I think they're talking about like a 2-story restaurant and some other retail aspects. And then, yes, there's a garage as well.
Okay, I think it's important to point out too that the tax exemption is just for the medical building, right?
That's correct. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, do you think it's a good project, Ian?
I think it's a great project. I mean, it activates that back area, which, I know it puts new light in an area that has needed something for a while. So it's continuing to move this downtown redevelopment forward.
Sure. Let's talk about your pet project, municipal
Oh.
broadband.
Sure. Yeah. We've got, in fact, I was just talking to Chris yesterday. We've got, we're just waiting on figures. We're waiting on cost figures for the 2 pilot areas and the low level designs, which are the detailed designs. And then we start working with DPW. We introduce the concept to the council. So I'm hoping over the next month, we're going to have this introduced. And then the idea is that, we start construction as soon as it's, as it's not too bad out now, but as soon as it's really nice in the springtime.
Well, there's no threat of blizzards, right? Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Quincy Point, Marymount, the 2 experimental.
Marymount. Yeah. Stay tuned. In fact, I hope that, as I said, I hope we can introduce these in the next month and get these things rolling. This has been a long time coming. We're entering this is 6 years now. We've been working through this.
Good things take time, right?
That's true. That's true. Yeah, absolutely.
When is the next council meeting?
Next Monday.
Okay, so we'll catch next Tuesday if that's
We'll
okay.
get to next. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we've got next Monday, 6:30, the 12th. And let's wish everyone a happy Lunar New Year, which is on Saturday.
Absolutely. And February 18th at North Quincy High School is the big celebration again this year.
Yeah, that's hosted by Corey.
That's right. Yep.
Yes, Lunar New Year celebration, North Quincy High. I've got 11 o'clock on the calendar. So
Thanks, Ian. Good to talk to you.
thanks, Joe. See you soon.